You are listening to the Unleashed and Aligned podcast, where we strip away the noise, unleash our truth, and align with our highest self. I'm your host, Coach Felicia, a life coach, energy guide, and your biggest believer. Now let's dive into today's episode. We're talking about the throat chakra today. The throat chakra is our strength of will, our personal expression, following your dream, where our addiction energy is, our judgments, our criticisms, our faith, the capacity to make decisions, our communication. The fifth chakra, our throat chakra, is located in the throat, and it's going to be this beautiful blue energy. And it really focuses on harnessing our willpower for authentic self-expression and personal growth. It emphasizes on clear communication of thought, feelings, needs, and boundaries. Balancing the heart chakra with our emotions and the third eye chakra of our mental capabilities. It is essential for effective functioning of the fifth chakra because this is where our balance is, right? Between our head and our heart. This is where we get caught up. We're either doing things out of an emotion or we're doing things out of logic. And our throat chakra is where we express those things. Our throat chakra is where our choices, our decisions are made. And so when we are not balanced in our head and our heart, we can make decisions out of an imbalanced area. And so really working to align both our head and our heart in our decision making is part of that throat chakra energy. It teaches us to integrate heart and mind energies for authentic interactions. So instead, the heart is where we speak with love and compassion, and our third eye helps us speak with wisdom and insight. And when the throat chakra sits between, it becomes this bridge to express both feeling and knowing. When your heart is closed off, you might speak with only your logic. When your third eye is foggy, you might speak emotionally without direction. So when we're in balance, your words carry both truth, empathy, and clarity. This chakra is all about truth, communication, and expression, but is deeper than just speaking. It's about speaking with your aligned inner truth, not from ego, not from fear, and not from emotional reactivity. Balancing this throat chakra can mean you say what you think clearly and respectfully. Balancing the throat chakra expresses itself in the way you think is with clarity and respect. It's how you feel without shame. It's what you need without guilt. Balancing the throat chakra means that you can speak with clarity and respect. It means that you speak without feeling shame. You're communicating without guilt. And you're communicating with love and firmness. So, what is the sacral truth of the throat chakra? The sacral truth of the throat chakra is to surrender personal will to divine will. And what does that mean? Surrendering personal will with divine will allows us to recognize a higher wisdom beyond our individual desires. This act requires faith, humility, trust, and it allows us to align with a greater purpose. By releasing these attachments to specific outcomes, we can generate positive effects in our lives and manifest interactions with ease. Surrender does not mean losing control. It means opening us to divine guidance and blessings and promoting personal growth and resilience amongst challenges. Surrendering personal will means losing your grip on how you think things should go and instead trusting that there is a higher intelligence, this divine source, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, that is guiding you in your path. And the difference can look like, this is what I had planned to happen versus I trust whatever unfolds is for the highest good, even if I don't see it yet. And my friends, that is very hard to do. I've been working on that for so long, and some days I'm in a major alignment, and other days I am out in left field, and always just my guidance is always just to try to come back to knowing that everything is unfolding as it should for my highest good and my highest growth. And when challenging things come up, just telling myself that sometimes over and over and over can be what really helps me to pull myself out of it or pull myself out of that a negative energy space or that lower vibration. So letting go of attachments is a personal journey, and it really requires self-reflection, self-awareness, and growth. But I want to give you some core principles and practices to hopefully help you in assistance with releasing and letting go of attachments. So one of the things that we've gone over is self-awareness. Begin by recognizing your attachments. What are your attachments? Pay attention to the people, the things, or maybe it's outcomes that you feel really dependent on. And consider how these attachments are impacting your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Next is acceptance. Accept that attachments are a natural aspect of being human, as we talked about. We all want to be like in this, major consciousness, higher vibration, spirituality. I don't want any attachments like a human. I don't want to have these emotions that I feel. Newsflash, we're going to always have these feelings. We're always going to have emotions. It's part of being human. And I think the more we embrace that that's just part of the deal and it's okay. It's okay to feel what we feel. It's okay to get off track sometimes. And it doesn't mean anything about you. I think that that's part of that letting go, part of that stripping away, and part of that acceptance. So accepting that attachments are a natural aspect of being human. And while it is normal to have attachments, again, it's critical to acknowledge when they start to cause pain or hinder your progress. The next thing is mindfulness. So this whole time we've been talking through all these episodes about mindfulness practices and becoming more aware of your energy bodies, of your system, of how to process emotion. All of that stuff is part of mindfulness. So engaging in mindfulness practices to observe your attachments without judgment. That's a key part is without judgment. How can we look at ourselves, have self-awareness, work on our acceptance, do all the amazing things without those judgments of when we're going to get it done, how we're going to get it done, how quickly we're going to get it done, what our thoughts are about it when we get it done, or when we don't get it done. What are our thoughts attached to when we are doing something we don't want to do? Like, where are those judgments? Like, releasing judgments and just becoming the observer of our humanness. And notice when you feel strong, when you feel this like strong attachment, and delve into the emotions and beliefs that fuel that attachment. Mindfulness. Engaging in, that's what I was talking about. Oops. So notice when you feel strong attachments and dive into the emotions and beliefs that fuel those attachments. So we're going to observe attachment without judgment, and then we're going to notice when we feel a strong attachment and dive into what those emotions look like, what that belief looks like. Letting go of expectations. This one can be very hard, specifically on most things. It can be in business, it can be in life, it can be in your partner, it can be when you drop your son off at daycare or your dog off at daycare. Releasing or letting go of expectations of yourself and others. That's so big, yourself and others. Letting go of expectations of yourself and others. So, freeing yourself from the need for situations to unfold in a particular way, recognizing that life is inherently unpredictable. You can try to predict things, and your brain, of course, is going to want to try to predict things. It can try to predict the best outcome, it can try to predict how long you're going to stay at a job, how long you'll live at a house, how long a relationship will last. But clinging to rigid expectations can lead to disappointment. And life is so unpredictable. We can feel, going back to the root chakra, we can feel safe and secure in our job and have that be our security blanket when we can get fired tomorrow without any warning. So, really understanding that life is very unpredictable. And so we need to find that safety and security within us in every single chakra as we go up. We need to be safe and secure. We need to let go of expectations and understand that things are unfolding for us. When we release those expectations, when we understand that life is unpredictable and things can happen without us knowing, but we will be okay because we have that inner knowing that we got ourselves, we got our own back, and that the universe is unfolding exactly what is meant to be. So, I want to talk really quickly about the power of choice. I give you a lot of information here. Let's just dive into the power of choice before we kind of move on because I think this is so important. The throat chakra deals with that power of choice, our decisions, and understanding that no decision is right or wrong. It's just the decision that we make. And some of these decisions can be on how you love someone, how you judge someone, how we can choose to see someone. These are all choices. And how we want to feel about something can be a choice. And I know sometimes it feels like it's not. It feels like these circumstances are just the way they are. That person is just the way they are. And that's why I don't like them. But these are all choices to feel a certain way, to judge someone, to love someone, to enjoy somebody's company, and how we feel about our circumstances and our life. And so I want to give you an example to kind of tie this in. You might have a friend that somebody doesn't like, but you really enjoy being around them. And you just can't fathom or understand why nobody loves this person like you love them. Like they are so amazing, they are so much fun. And this is because you are choosing to see the things that you like about that person instead of the things that you do not. Because if you started to pay attention to little nitpicky things that they do that are like kind of annoying, you're going to start seeing more and more and more, and you're probably going to flip the whole spectrum and end up not enjoying their company anymore. If you have somebody in your ear saying they do this, and then you start noticing it and noticing it, that is why. But if you hear that person say that and you're like, doesn't really bug me, and you choose not to see that stuff, you choose not to mentally task it, you're still going to enjoy hanging out with that person and being around that person. And it's really as easy as that. It is a choice that we have. It's always a choice. And sometimes we don't want the choice to be to enjoy their company, and that is okay. So, my homework for you today is to track your choices and how your body is feeling with your choices. All right, I hope you track your choices and let me know in the comments. I will see you in the next podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a review so that we can connect with more people to develop our mind, body, and spirit.